Salutations, everybody! It is Super978X here, and today we are with another episode of Ace Academy. Yesterday we went to the world's best Halloween party, and we got a bit of a smooch, another smooch, from our lovely female Kaori. So let's see what happens today. Buzz of my alarm pulls me out of my dream world into reality. With a sleepy roll, I slap blindly at the sound. Just 5 more minutes. The buzzing doesn't seem to matter how high the summit clock. I blink nearly. It's 10 or 17 a.m. Blinks back. Yeah. Crap. Shoot straight out of bed. I'm late for class. I push off the off button in my class. That doesn't stop the buzzing. Wait, my alarm doesn't buzz. Under my desk, the phone buzzes loudly in the wood. It's Valerie. She's probably wondering why I was in class this morning. Hey Valerie, sorry, I missed you in class.
Class?
She sounds amused. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My alarm didn't go off.
Probably because you didn't set it.
What?
It's reading week. We don't have classes, silly.
That explains a lot. If we don't have class, then why are you calling me?
Because unlike somebody, I've been hard at work and found something interesting about Eagle's core.
What? Really? What is it?
It's the secret to Eagle's maximum overdrive.
What? Seriously? What does it say?
It says, come to the hangar right now.
No, it doesn't.
Only one way to find out. See you in a few.
Damn it. I want to go to sleep. She doesn't wait for me to spawn before the line goes dead. Valerie, ... She's lucky my curiosity is stronger than my irritation. I get dressed and ready for the day. Just as I have my phone beeps. Put my phone expecting another text from Valerie and said, it's an old alert. Call Mom today. Mom? My chest tightens as if a hand holding my heart. Today it was her birthday. Last year was so busy at CMI that I completely forgot about Mom's birthday. I didn't give her a call until the next day, and even though she understood, I could tell she was disappointed. I created this letter right after, so I would never forget again. How could I have known that would be her last birthday? A spark of anger heats my blood as Mom and Dad really were the target of foul play. Somebody is going to pay for ripping them away from me, from Nikki. My phone beeps again. I open a message from Mallory telling me to hurry up. I need to find out what is going with Eagle. May give me him about what happened to Mom and Dad. I take a deep breath, then hop on my bike and hurry to school. When I arrive to the hangar, I head straight for Eagle. Valerie stares intently at the terminal, biting her lip in concentration. She glances at me as I approach with her smile.
I almost thought you weren't going to show up.
Here I am. She points to the terminal, fidgeting with excitement.
It took some time, but I finally figured it out.
You're able to reverse engineer the overdrive mode? Valerie nods. That's incredible. She grins proudly with enthusiasm.
It took a little longer than I expected since the missing pieces were really hard to fill in. The full schematics are unlike anything I've seen before. I wasn't even able to find anything remotely similar while researching.
Her brows furrow in thought, then she shakes her head and her excited grin returns.
Anyway, I've tested the data in the simulator, and it worked flawlessly. Your core is calibrated to be able to use the overdrive mode on demand.
That's awesome.
I haven't had a chance to try it in actuality, though. As much as I'd love to hop in your cockpit, I'm not much of a pilot. So, I leave the test piloting to you.
I nod. Of course, you're amazing, Valerie. Her smile broadens.
Oh, I almost forgot.
She returns to the terminal and her fingers dance through the keyboard. Another scan opens. It's packed tightly with a lot of information. Bottom has an open section to input a password.
I couldn't figure this out, and it looks like any sort of tampering will potentially wipe the data. What's weird about it is that all those lines are not really code that needs to be deciphered. They read more like references I don't understand. Since you built Eagle, I wondered if this might mean something to you.
It does look like a whole bunch of inside jokes mashed together. Some pieces sound familiar. Seeing it like that throws me off. I'm not sure if I had time to sit down and concentrate. I could work through this. Right now, I can either focus on the overdrive mode. Do you have all the data you need for the overdrive mode?
Yeah, which is why I almost forgot about this. I'm not sure what's hiding behind here.
No rush then? She smiled.
No rush. I do think we should book off some practice time in the arena and confirm the overdrive mode works, though. I mean, theory is still theory.
I nodded. I was thinking the same thing. Let's tell the team about this and see if we can get practice session before the match. Shift an urgent group text as I wait for everyone to show up. I pull the arena schedule on my phone. There's any chance it won't be fully booked because it's reading week? Vice President Arena is completely open tomorrow. Talk about good luck. Kaori is the first one to arrive.
This better be important. Exams are next week, you know.
Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Kaori taps her foot.
Where is everybody else?
We're coming. A few minutes later, show Mayo trickle in with Yuna tagging along.
Sorry if we're late.
Look who we found trying to break into the hangar.
Yuna's cheeks flush.
I wasn't trying to break in. I was just about to text that I needed someone to let me in.
Show grins.
Sure, that explains why you were pulling on the doors.
I was just testing to see if maybe they were unlocked.
Wait, Yuna, how did you get on campus so fast?
I was studying in the library when I got your text.
Speaking of which, can you finally tell us what's going on so we can all get back to studying?
You glance over at Valerie, who knows. Valerie found out how to activate Eagle's overdrive mode on demand. Hoi.
Are you serious?
Xiao's voice rings above the team's collective exclamations of surprise. Valerie knows.
Yup. Sorry it took so long.
The fact that you managed to figure it out at all is really impressive.
Yeah, I don't think just anyone would have been able to.
Maybe.
Valerie answers modestly, but all slight blush of colors in her cheeks.
So what exactly do you mean by overdrive mode can be activated on demand?
Well, initially the programming was set to a single run instance because it was in debug mode. I found a way to change the options of activation. That being said, it's calibrated and tested in simulation, but...
Valerie looks at me. We want to reserve the arena so we can live test it. Kaori nods.
That makes sense. We definitely want to get a handle of it before our next match on Thursday.
How exactly do you have a match scheduled during the reading week? Everyone stares blankly at me.
Why wouldn't we?
Seeing why everyone was canceled during reading week classes, clubs, everything, they usually want us to focus on studying.
That must have been torture.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. That just means there are fewer distractions from studying.
I know. Torture!
I actually appreciate everything was canceled. Helped me focus on studying and I got high marks on my exams last year. Yuna smiles.
If our history project was any indication, I'm sure you'll do well this year too.
I match her grin. Thanks.
Focus, guys!
Sorry.
Yuna seems thoughtful.
Since your match is on Thursday, that doesn't give you much time to practice. Isn't the arena already booked up this week?
Actually, it's completely open tomorrow. I was thinking we could head over around.
No! Are you crazy? We can't do that!
Along shows outburst, Valerie looks just as confused as I am. The rest of the team wears matching looks of horror.
What is up with those faces? You guys look like you've seen a ghost.
I mean, you're not too far off. The arena is haunted.
Valerie bursts out laughing and I let out a few chuckles. What are you talking about? We've used the arena plenty of times and we've been fine.
It's not always haunted. Only tomorrow.
It's not haunted, you idiot!
You can always count on Kaori to be reasonable.
It's cursed!
Never mind. What?
How is it cursed?
It's the curse of Yori and Nori.
You too, Yuna?
Broseph, Yori and Nori are no joke. Haven't you heard the legend?
No.
What legend?
Show takes a serious tone.
Many years ago, there was a set of twin brothers, Yori and Nori, who attended ACE.
And they were both top pilots here.
They were fiercely competitive in the arena, and their matches were thrilling to watch. Yori was the older twin by a few seconds, and no matter how often they battled, he always took first rank. Nori hated being outmatched and overshadowed by his brother and trained harder than any other pilot at school. At the end of the season, the twins' highly anticipated match was just as exciting as ever, especially when Nori took the title of first rank from his brother.
Guess Nuri's training finally paid off. Valerie raises an eyebrow.
Seriously? This is so cliche.
Show gives her a look, but otherwise ignores her.
It was all anyone could talk about, but Yori was furious. He didn't think it was possible that his brother could surpass him. He accused his brother of cheating and continued to pester Nori until Nori couldn't take it anymore. They agreed to one final match, no holds barred, which would prove who was the better pilot once and for all. Obviously, the school would never allow no holds barred matches, so they set up a time after hours to meet in the arena.
Boring.
Just wait!
When they met in the ring, they readied their weapons like usual. Charging their laser guns, they waited for the signal. As soon as it sounded, they simultaneously unleashed their shot, which collided in a huge explosion.
That's not how explosions happen.
Trust me, it happened. I don't know how it did, but it did.
Maya and Yuna are not along with show.
After the smoke cleared, standing in the middle of the arena were the twins' two gears.
Okay.
That's not the weird part. The weird part is that there was no trace of the brothers. Both the cockpits were completely empty.
Maya shudders.
There weren't even ashes or anything.
Wait, let's go back a second to this explosion. How did the gears even survive that?
That's part of the mystery. They say that the brothers' spirits are trying to finish the battle to see who is the better pilot, and any pilot who dares get between them will suffer the consequences.
I cocked her head to the side.
You guys really believe this stuff?
It's real. Ever since then, anyone who's used their gear on the anniversary of the brothers' battle has ended up with serious injuries.
Yeah, there was this kid whose gear malfunctioned and started moving on its own.
And the girl whose gear got stuck after it depowered, so she was trapped inside. They had to remove the whole front of her cockpit to get her out.
Those are just the reported ones. A lot of times, what happens in the arena stays in the arena.
Farley looks at me.
What do you think?
Oh.
What do you think?
Don't believe in ghosts or curses.
And how do you explain all the bad things that have happened on that day?
I don't know. Coincidence?
The point is, we cannot be anywhere near our gears tomorrow. In fact, we should get out of Ace Academy altogether and go somewhere fun. And
I'll go with the better safe than sorry option, since it looks like either all of them are gonna be.
and
Okay, now go back. I don't want to tempt fate. We can check out the core another day.
Aw, are you sure you wouldn't rather test it out?
Eh.
the point is, we cannot be anywhere near our gears tomorrow. In fact, we should get out of Ace Academy altogether and go somewhere fun.
Dismissiveness shifts into your intrigue.
Ooh, I like fun.
What were you thinking? A slide grin crosses Show's face and he wipes out a handful of tickets.
The hot springs, of course.
Oh, sweet Jesus. How long have you been carrying those?
You don't want to know.
I raise an eyebrow.
Let's just say I've got these ready for next year, too.
That sounds like a whole lot of fan service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Valley squeal. Is that like a break? Would they just break the fourth wall there? Valley squeals and starts playing with her hair.
I can't wait to go. The water's going to feel so good.
I could use a break from studying.
You should come, Yuna.
Yuna smiles.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Wow, that was easier than I thought.
Just like Valerie.
What about you, Kaori?
Carrie frowns.
We don't have time for this. Don't you all have exams to study for?
We've got the whole week to study. Besides, even Mayu's going.
Maya looks away and Carrie's gaze lands on her.
Are you going too?
Yeah. I'll study better once I've had a short break.
You should go too, Carrie. It wouldn't be nearly as fun without you there. Carrie's cheeks turn pink.
Oh, does that mean you're going too?
Only if you are. Her face runs even more.
I guess I can go. But we can't stay longer than a day.
Of course not. We'll be back the following morning.
We better be, or I'm coming back without you.
Show throws his arms around us.
Yes, the gang's all going.
Since my day tomorrow is pretty much shot, I need to get as much studying done now as I can. I'll see.
Oh, is she gonna overstudy and be tired? I actually should get some studying done too.
Me too.
Same here.
It's time for me to hit the books too.
Everyone pauses to stare at her.
What?
You study?
Of course. How else do you think I get straight A's?
Xiao's eyes widen.
Straight A's?
But
Don't
alas,
sound so surprised.
Aw, if everyone else is going to study, then what am I supposed to do?
study. Xiao
I
says.
guess.
We can study together.
Sho perks up.
Suddenly studying sounds like a great idea.
Mayo smiles shyly. Sho takes her hand and through them. We're walking away. Oh. Alright, well, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Everyone says their goodbyes and heads their separate ways. You should stay with Kaori, dude. Find a quiet spot in the library and spend a few hours studying. Once the words start to blur on the page, I decide to take a break. I wonder if anyone else is ready for a break, too. Wonder if Yuna's still trying to get during clubs the last time we went with his boyfriend. Let's see what she's up to. You know, she seems out of breath.
Hello?
You know, checking out any new clubs today? She chuckles.
Nope. I've decided on what I want to do.
Really, what'd you
Tennis.
choose? Oh yeah, she did like tennis. Is that what we're doing now?
Actually, I decided to participate in the Tennis Open League today.
Does that mean you're gonna try out for the school league next year?
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It's still a huge time commitment, but I can always drop in on club matches. Want to come watch?
God, Eunice schooled me in tennis last time we played. There's no chance this will be a boring event. Sure, I'll meet you at the courts.
Okay, see you soon.
We hang up the phone and make our way to the rec center. The event had a strong turnout, and the spectator space is not as large as the other venues. More than half the seats are filled. Wait. I scan the crowd of students lining the tennis courts in search of Yuna. She's off on her own, leaning into a runner's stretch. Hey, Yuna. Her face lights up when she sees
You're
me.
here. Thanks for coming.
I wasn't gonna miss out on another chance to watch you wipe the floor with your opponents. She
It
laughs.
won't be so easy this time. I recognize some of the students from the Ace Tennis League. There's a good chance I'll have to play against them.
I take a look at the other students with tennis rackets, most of them keeping to themselves. They wear sullen faces and quietly stretch in a small group of students that are gathered into a circle. Those must be the league members. I don't think I know who any of them are. Yuna pauses and points to the ones she recognizes.
That girl with short hair is also a second year, and a pretty strong player on the team. She's actually from my hometown. We trained together in high school.
The girl of one of the students with a smile on her face, she rolls her wrist and lets her racket hang loosely by
The
her
guy
side.
to her left is a first year. He just made it onto the team, so he's still in training.
As Yuna gives me the stats on their opponents and her demeanor changes. Her posture relaxes and her eyes glance alertly around the court. She'd fit right in with the rest of these pre-combat room if she was she'd fit right in with the rest of us in the pre-combat room if she was a pilot.
And that small guy beside them is actually their star player.
Really? I glance skeptically at him. He looks like a high schooler who's still waiting to go through puberty.
Yeah, he's a third year and captain of the tennis team. In fact, she
Yuna points to again to the first girl.
will probably take his place as captain next year. He's also left-handed.
That
I
means
should have worked harder on my backhand.
so. It sounds like a few of those are only real.
That's only as far as I know. There may be some hidden diamonds nobody knows about.
You know if they are, you don't have to worry about them. I've seen firsthand what you can do, and I know you'll win this thing. She blushes.
Thanks.
Spectators are being ushered to their seats, and organizers announce the first matchup. I better go claim a good seat. English. You know, nuts. The first few rounds are between students I don't know. I half-heartedly watch the matches as they all kind of bleed together. Finally, Yuna's match is up, and I sit in my seat and wave to her. Wave as she walks on the court. She smiles in acknowledgement. Her opponent is a random student I don't recognize. I settle back in my seat. This will probably be a quick match. As predicted, Yuna demolishes the poor guy. Soon, the second round of matches begin with Yuna and is a pit against the first-year team league player. He scowls at Yuna, but she seems undisturbed. In the end, Yuna demolished him too. He stomps off the stage as I cheer along with the rest of the crowd for Yuna. When she's matched with the girl from the tennis team, the two of them nod in respect for each other. Yuna grips her racket tightly. A look of concentration replaces the smile on the opponent's face. They're more evenly matched, I assume, because they've used to each other's styles. We see each other's strengths and weaknesses. Although Yuna claims to be out of practice, she still comes out victorious with a 2-point lead. Finally, the two remaining contenders, Yuna and the third-year captain with the Ace Tennis League. Even from my seat, Yuna seems to tower over him. But he's unfazed. They read their rackets as Yuna gives her the first serve, just like when I play together. The racket connects with the ball with a resounding crack. It speeds across the net in a blur, but her opponent seems to be waiting for the ball and easily returns the serve. They continue the volley back and forth. I lean forward in my seat, holding my breath. He strikes towards Yuna's left, and her backhand misses. The audience lets out a collective gasp. The match is almost engaging us to two of them start across the courts. They are tied, and this last point wins the match. Ultimately, Yuna misses another backhand strike, and her opponent is named the victor. I race back to the courts. Yuna and the captain are speaking. As I approach, I catch the tail end of the conversation.
Did you try out for the league this year?
Yuna shakes her head.
No, I was focused on my studies and was worried the league might be too much of a time commitment.
No wonder I haven't seen you play before. I'll admit I was really impressed by your skills. You should try out for the league next year. I'm positive you'll make it onto the team.
Yuna smiles politely.
Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
I hope you do.
He glances my way, then politely excuses himself. Hey, Yuna. She rolls around the face.
Oh, hey.
You were great out there.
Thanks, but I didn't win.
No, but you and the freaking captain of the tennis league were neck and neck for the majority of the match.
I know.
I thought she would finally realize how impressive that was and crack a smile, but she frowned instead.
If only I'd practiced my backhand. I know I could have beaten him in his smug face.
Oh, wow. I never knew Yuna was competitive, but I had no idea she was this competitive. I've never seen this side of you before.
Had what?
Salty Yuna.
I'm not salty. I'm not... Had...
You've been out of the game for a while, but you still managed to clobber the rest of the team of tennis, which you've decided to take up as your extracurricular. Then I'm positive you'll have a chance to play against him again. Yuna perks
You're
up.
right. Let's see how he likes a taste of my backhand.
I wasn't worried
Well,
like that.
it looks like everyone is leaving.
No, we should probably leave too.
I'm going to go to the lockers and shower. Thanks for coming out again.
That was fun. She
I'll
smiled.
see you later.
This time we go as we wave and we head our separate ways. Hot Springs gonna be lit tomorrow. Phone virus parking when I answer. Show's calling me. Hey, Show.
Brooks, I'm so glad you picked up. I need your help.
Are you okay?
No, I'm in dire need of assistance.
What's going on?
Do you have any experience buying a gift for a lady friend?
We all know your lady friend is Maya. There's no answer for a second. The show speaks.
It still feels kind of surreal.
I get it.
So, does that mean you'll help?
I can't leave my bro hanging. Show size and leave.
You are the best brosif a bro could have. Come meet me at the mall.
I'm right there. I'll hang up the phone and I head to my bike. I drive directly to the mall. With I park, I see Sho waiting for me in the main entrance. He greets me with a usual goofy grin, but his hair is disheveled and there's worry in his eyes.
Thanks for meeting me.
It
I don't
looks
even know
exactly
where to
the same.
start.
Oh. She doesn't wear too much jewelry that I can tell. So just books, stuffed animals. She seems like she'd like cute things, but we are going. Do we save this one? Yeah, we'll try that one. They're a cute fuzzy animal.
I'm pretty sure Mayu's dad would not approve of her devoting even less energy to her studies.
Never am. A toy animal. This chef looks thoughtful.
You think she'd like that?
Yeah, trust me, Nikki's room's full. Shout out.
Good thinking, Brosif. Let's go.
He leads the way to the store. What's the gift for
It's
anyone?
our 1-month anniversary.
This month already feels like just yesterday we've fought May's team.
I know, me too. Time seems to pass in a click, doesn't it?
Never heard that.
I know.
I'm actually gonna save this one. Boop. Oh, it feels like yesterday we just fought May's team.
I know, me too. Time seems to pass in a click, doesn't it?
Never heard that saying before. Anyway, congrats on your 1 month.
Thanks! I'm actually kind of surprised by how it happened.
How did it happen?
It came out of the blue. Mayu and I were hanging out as usual the Monday after our match with Onobugeisha, and I could tell something was on her mind. When I asked her what was wrong, she blurted out a question about feelings. It was so unlike her that I was too shocked to speak. Mayu didn't even hesitate, and she started talking about how she's liked me since we were kids, and she wanted to know if I felt the same way or if I was into someone else. I guess she saw me walking home with Hitomi and thought we were dating. Silly, right?
Yeah. Shell looks sheepish.
I started laughing as soon as she said that, and I know I embarrassed her, but I couldn't help it. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. As if I could ever like anyone else.
I blank. Really?
Well, yeah. Why do you sound so surprised?
It was obvious how Maya felt about you, but you never seemed to notice. Shows cheek
I
flush.
noticed. Of course I noticed.
Then why?
She's so smart and pretty and awesome. She's way out of my league.
She was head over heels for you.
It's still hard for me to believe that. That's why this gift is so important.
Don't worry, she seems so agitated. Maya will love whatever you get her. The fact that you're buying her present, all her will make her happy. Show
You
smile
think?
worthy. Of course.
Still, it has to be perfect.
I nod. Then now we better look back to searching.
Right.
I hope she'll pick the perfect gift for her lady friend. He ended up going with my advice and buying her a teddy bear. I mean, you can't go wrong. She's kind of like a shy person, but I feel like she would like something cute and stuff. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I never really talked to Maya. There was no like music options or anything like that. As we the show has a spring in his step, but he seems a bit nervous and hopeful that she ends up liking his present. Say goodbye in the parking lot. And goodbye in the parking lot. Since I don't have any class today, what do I feel like doing? Carry. I wonder if Carrie's up too. Pull my phone to give her a call.
Hello?
Hey, Carrie.
Hi.
Are you busy?
I'm just about to head to the daycare. It's going to be an extra busy day.
Extra busy?
Yeah. We're understaffed since one person is on vacation and another person called in sick.
Ooh, can I help? Me, I can help? ... Hello?
If that's what you want, then I guess you can help. But don't forget it's still work.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't start this again.
Yes. Carrie disconnects the call before I can finish. Rude. Oh, wow. Better not be there. Carrie will be angry. I find my bike and drive to the daycare. When I arrive, Carrie is nowhere to be found, and I follow a group of adults into the building. Why is it the library from school? Either our parents, staff, or either way they get me where I need to be. Considering there's no kids tagging along, I think it's safe to say they're all staff. We pass through the children's playrooms and continue into an office in the back. Kaori is there with another guy discussing something I can hear. She nods and agreeing when I enter. As everyone is situated, the guy clears his throat.
Hello, everyone. I know we haven't had one of these staff meetings in a while, but it's going to be a bit busy today since Daiichi is on vacation and Hibiki called in sick. Luckily, Kaori's friend has offered to help out, so we'll only be short one man instead of two.
Everyone stares at me and smiles in my direction. Hi, I'm Dabson. Happy to help.
Glad to meet you. I'm Eito Iwasa. Since we'll have to do a little shuffling with coverage, here are everyone's roles for today.
He checks clip and goes down the list. Named Kaori watches steadily as Ito takes charge. Once he's finished, he looks at me.
Since you're from ACE, we'll have you tutoring the older kids.
I nod.
Kaori and I will attend to the toddlers and younger kids.
Wait, Kaori won't be in tutoring with me? Ooh, I don't want to make a big deal about it. Damn it. We'll see. We'll see what happens if we say that. So I could be Kaori without the aggregates? The group starts whispering each other. I guess I look like that guy. Kaori glares at me in warning, but he turned me.
I don't mind switching if that's what you're more comfortable with. How much experience do you have with younger kids? A few months?
Less. He frowns.
The younger children.
Kaori snaps before Ito can continue.
You can take care of the older kids. Aito and I have more experience.
Yeah, Carrie's annoyed. I'm not pleased either, but I bite my tongue. They have the point. I don't have any experience with young children. Fine. Yeah, we'll just change it. I twinge jealousy makes my mouth taste stale, but I swallow and light back down. It makes sense that the whole more seasoned staff volunteers to take care of the younger kids. Be concerned that they stuck some around guy with no child care experience in there instead. Though my brain sees reason, my heart sees red. With everyone else's roles assigned, the group slowly disperses. One of the house staff members offered me to take me to the tutor room. I thank them and follow them a room filled with children between 4th and 6th grade. Seeing a new face, the kids kept interrupting me to ask questions about myself. They were especially curious since I didn't look very Japanese. They asked about where I was from, what it was like back home, and what it was like to be a pilot. I tried hard to keep their focus on homework, but it was a lot tougher than I expected. Finally, I gave up and answered their questions. Once their questions were out of the way, they were finally able to focus on their homework. Although they tried hard, most of the children had difficulty grasping that material. I could tell they were frustrated, so I tried to make up different ways of explaining some things, which helped immensely. In the same way, Kaori's so adamant to be with these kids, even when she's exhausted. After all, it looks like everyone else is on track. Knowing that Ito and Kaori are alone together makes me uneasy. I'll go see how Kaori's doing. It doesn't take me long to find younger kids. All I had to do was follow the sound of shrieks and laughter. I gently push open the door to see Kaori surrounded by children. Both of their arms are full of kids, and one hangs off her back. The rest hug her leg, although Kaori's weakly protests. A huge smile on her face gives away her true feelings. I've never seen her this happy before. A chorus of Miss Kaori circles the room and children for her attention. So I child and Kaori backslip with Sharpie up. She grabs a strap on Cloudly's clothing.
Careful!
Strap falls on her shoulder, and she bends down so the child can land softly on the table.
I got it.
Io gently places the strap back on Kaori's shoulder. I wait in secret glee for the many doom Ito has inflicted on himself by touching her, but next time Kaori doesn't react. As Ito tries to take care of the kids, Kaori's hands, child looks at Ito for a second, then buries his face into Kaori's shoulder.
I don't think she wants to leave anytime soon.
Ito
I can't really blame her.
If it wasn't anywhere else, Kaori would have slapped him for touching her so intimately. She's in the room. Kaori glances approach her. Her smile falters. She looks at me with curiosity and concern. Can we talk? My tone has been severe because she blinks in surprise.
I'll be right back, Ito.
No problem. We'll be fine.
Oh no. The children had gone quiet when I entered, but Ito's overenthusiasm brings them right back to life. Ito hallway outside the room. She tucks. Whoa.
What was that?
He was touching you. You didn't care. She furs a breath.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You put your strap back on. Kaori looks at me like I'm an idiot now that I've said a lot.
Why would I care about? Because.
Although I'm bubbling aside, I can feel the words explain myself. So just because.
You aren't making any sense. You're acting.
She freezes and then sharply at me, and then looks away because she blows up.
Hold on! Ito and I just work together! You and I are...
Her cheeks are beat
You
red.
know.
Kaori grabs my hand, squeezes it gently, and rocks slightly at her
So
top.
you have nothing to worry about, okay?
She still doesn't make eye contact, but her look has softened completely, making her seem strangely vulnerable. Seeing her exposed like this makes me feel silly for acting jealous. Okay. You stand awkward silence before Ito pops his head out.
I don't mean to interrupt, but the kids are getting restless with...
Kaori blinks and clutches.
Alright.
She glances at a reassuring look, then heads back to say Ito lingers beside
Is
me.
everything okay?
Yeah, my girlfriend and I just had to talk about something. Ito's eyes widen as she hears.
Hey man, I'm really sorry. She doesn't talk about her personal life, so I had no...
No, it's the back half. We'll be fine. That sounded a lot more curt than intended. Infinity nods. Sir, she speaks
You
in.
are one very lucky guy.
I know. Oh, I turn my with this misunderstanding cleared up. I return to my older kids and continue to help out with tutoring. Another hour passes in a blur. Before long, the parents trickle in to get their children. The kids whine that they won't stay longer with Miss Kaori. Their parents urge them to go home. After all the kids are gone, the staff goodbye and wait up to go home too. Before I go, I want to catch up with Kaori. Uh-oh. I suppose Kaori approached me first. Acted stupidly today. Although we talked I feel like I'm going to get another earful.
I'm sorry.
That catches me completely off guard. What?
I've made you feel... uncomfortable. I thought about it some more. And I maybe should have been more clear to Ito to begin with.
Kaori looks worried, soft blush her cheeks. Forget about earlier, now I feel even more guilty. No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have acted like that at all. Should we stand awkwardly, unsure what to say next?
Kiss and makeup already.
Uncle! How long have you been there? Wait! What are you doing?
I turn around to see Uncle Miguel holding up his cell phone.
I must document this momentous occasion. For your children.
Kaori's mouth drops open as her face turns bright red as a tomato. I'm positive my face is equally red.
What? Don't say ridiculous things like that! Give me that phone!
No, I cannot.
Kaori charges up to Miguel and skillfully keeps the phone out of her reach.
Uncle Miguel!
You will thank me one day, my sweet.
I can't help but laugh at the sheer ridiculousness of the situation. All in all, today was a good day. After I gather things, I drive home. I don't know how I feel about the whole situation, but I'm gonna go with it nevertheless. It is my story. Not that I would act like that in person, but I guess because if you have to think of Kaori's character, I guess even the normal person would raise an eyebrow like, what the fuck are you doing? So hey, I don't know. My stomach growls loudly as I park my bike in the garage. Nikki, please be home for once. I wonder what we're gonna have for dinner. As I enter the kitchen, I see a dainty strawberry cake sitting on the kitchen table. Cake for dinner? I peer closely at the layered cake and use my finger to taste the whipped cream. It melts on my tongue with a cloud of sweetness. Fresh whipped cream. The only kind of whipped cream I'll eat. Mom spoiled us. She never bought whipped cream because she always make it herself. Wait a minute. Mom's birthday. Nikki? Did Nikki bake this cake for Mom's birthday? I searched the house to see no sign of her. This is no text from her on my phone either. Clearly she came home after school, which means there's only one place she can be. Grab my keys and hop back on my bike to find Nikki. We live next to a park. Nikki often escaped there when she was upset. As expected, I find Nikki swinging forlornly in the park. Aww. Her head is bent. She gazes down, something in her hands. That's actually a really good picture, I'm gonna say. Like, I know she's sad, but it's a great image picture. Like, good art done. I take a seat beside her. She glances at me but doesn't speak. Instead, she cups open the locket in her hands, the one that usually hangs around her neck. Inside a picture is Mom and Dad. You okay?
I don't know.
Mom would have loved the cake you made her. Nikki snaps the locket shut and holds it to her
I had
chest.
to do something, you know? Today is Mom's birthday and I couldn't not celebrate it.
I know.
So I thought I'd make her a cake like we used to, but then
Her voice trembles and she takes a minute to compose herself.
that cake, it was like it was taunting me. A reminder that Mom will never get a chance to eat it. It's not fair.
Nikki knuckles turn white as she clutches the locket in her hands and begins
I
to shake.
barely got any time with her before she was taken away, and I just want her back.
Nikki.
I know I'm being crazy, but I just keep thinking it's my fault.
Tears trickle down her cheeks and leave wet stains in her shirt. Instinctively, I pull her in for a hug, but she leans against me. This wasn't your fault, Nikki.
It is.
You had no control over it. She pulls away and falls silent. When she finally speaks, her voice is
I
thick.
missed the bus that day.
What?
The reason I left the cafe is because I missed the bus and needed a ride home. I keep thinking, what if I had just gotten on that bus as soon as class ended? I wasn't even doing anything important. I was just hanging out and lost track of time. I remember being so annoyed when they didn't show up. I was so angry I had to walk home, and all I could think about was how much
Her voice falters.
I hated them.
You didn't mean that. You were angry.
What kind of daughter thinks like that? When I remember, I just feel so disgusted with myself.
Be that as it may, what happened wasn't your fault, Nikki. You don't have to, you didn't tell the driver to hit them. You can't keep blaming yourself.
Then why do I feel like I'm being punished?
Because this sucks. Because it's so easy to think about all the years we had stolen from you, and to laminate that loss. But you can't keep thinking like that. Focus on the good times you had with them. The last thing Mom and Dad want is for you to be sad because of them. They want you to be happy.
I know. I just miss them so much.
I know. I miss them too. But on the bright side, at least you still got me. Nikki sighs.
I thought you were trying to make me feel better, not worse.
Hey. She lets a weak laugh. Her tears have stopped and some colors returning to her face. Remember Mom's cake from last year? It was completely inedible.
You mean the second cake? The one you baked for Mom because you forgot her birthday?
Oh yeah. Whoops. Nikki laughs.
Mom tried so hard to eat it, but eventually she just gave up.
Not my finest moment, but at least it wasn't as bad as the one Dad baked the year before.
You mean when he almost burned our entire house down?
Nikki laughs so hard she snorts, which only makes her laugh harder. Her laughter is infectious and I can't help but join in. I think I got more of Dad in me than you do.
Yeah, but it's not all bad. You got a lot of his good qualities too. Like how you're always there for me when I need you.
It's a hard job, but someone has to do it. Nikki bumps me playfully with her son.
Rude!
Now you know what's rude, leaving a perfectly delicious cake untouched in the kitchen.
That's true. It was made for eating.
So let's go eat it. Getting from year to year, Nikki nods and stands up. Together we head to my bike and I drive us back home. That's a sweet moment. As soon as I get to the park, the two of us hop off my bike and eagerly rush to the kitchen, then freeze. There's only 1/3 of the cake remaining, and the trail of crumbs starts from the kitchen table and ends at Uncle Kaito's face. I can only stare in stunned silence at the scene.
Kaito?
He pauses. A fork full of moist yellow cake is halfway in his mouth.
Did you eat all of the cake?
Uncle Kaito looks from his fork. Uncle Kaito looks away from his fork. Nikki then back to Nikki, then back.
I want my lawyer.
I want my lawyer. Nikki and I burst out laughing as Uncle Kaito shoves the fork in his mouth. Nikki and I spit into the rest of the cake, and Kaito looks on longingly. Nikki smiles for the rest of the night as Uncle Kaito asks about our day. I truck into bed early, as I know it's busy day of frolicking in hot springs tomorrow. Yes! Soon I'll be dreaming about Kaori steaming up the hot. Oh dear. Whew! With that line, we will definitely see you guys the next time because you thought the beach scene was good. I have an idea this one will be even better. As always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one.